Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video I've got a very special guest with me who's not been here in a very long time at all. Like, where have you been? What was the last video we did together? No, you have not.
It was that one we did at Scylla's house when we were doing the favourites.
Oh, it was our beauty favourites.
Mine was that lipstick that I didn't wear.
That was like, must have been about 2 years ago now, a year and a half ago. I think I had purple hair. Anyway, we are here today to talk to you about all things education. So we're just gonna like sit and have a little chat because I realised we've not done this before, and it's May. It's that time of year where people are sitting exams, making life-changing decisions, or it feels like at that age anyway. So we're just gonna have a general chit chat about school, college, uni, to give like some of you a little bit of perspective. Hopefully some of you will find this interesting, and I don't know, I just want to kind of reassure people that everything will be okay. Because I feel like at this time of year, it's a very stressful time of year. Like, can you remember doing your GCSEs?
I was like crying every night.
Were you? Why?
Because I was that scared.
Really?
And now it doesn't even mean anything.
Well, we'll get on to that, shall we? So I've written down some topics, and the first one I want to talk about is differences between school and college. So I know that when I left school, I went to a college where all of my friends were going, but not many. There was about 6 of us that went. So the majority of my school year went to a different college, the one that Charlotte's actually at the moment.
No.
Well, she finished today, but yeah. So that's also quite poignant that we're filming it today. That you finished today.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's why I can't stop smiling.
So I went there, and it basically was a shock to my system because I really didn't like college, and I felt at school I loved it. At school, I feel like at school we had very similar.
Yeah, but you liked studying, whereas I
didn't like it. I just wanted to do well.
Yeah, whereas I didn't really mind. I just liked the social side of it.
Yeah, you had like a lot more friends than me, and the social side was a lot more, but in respect with like the teachers and the support staff and actually going to school, we were both quite similar in that respect. But I feel like when it came to actually like doing schoolwork, we were a little bit different because I didn't like revising, I didn't like doing homework, but I knew I had to do it if I wanted to get good grades, so I did it. Whereas
I didn't. Like, I think my first detention was like the first week of year 7 because I didn't do my maths homework.
I never had.
And then it just carried on.
When it came to the GCSEs, did you think they were really important and were you taking them seriously, and did you revise like you should have?
I knew that they were important because I knew that I needed to go to college to get like my grades. So I knew I needed to get maths and English, but I didn't really do that much revision. Like I say, I was like, oh yeah, I'll do loads, and then when it actually comes to it...
Did you kind of cram it like the night before?
I always like... They did study sessions like the night before the exam and the morning before, and that's where I actually did my studying. And I think that's where I actually helped, but also I sat at my granddad's and like one night and I was like working away, but nothing went in for me. Like, to me, I like going into the exam hall and just be challenged with something.
Winging it.
Yeah,
basically.
Wing it. And it worked.
Yeah, but I have to stress that it doesn't work for everyone. So if you're watching this and you're doing your GCSEs,
don't advise
just because she winged it doesn't mean that you should. I revised like there was no tomorrow. I had diagrams all over my walls. I had, oh, that's a blooming fat pigeon just casually walking past the window. I had brainstorms, like what are they called, spider diagrams. I had folders full of all of my revision documents. Did all of that, and I got the results that I wanted. I revised like there was no tomorrow, as I said, and I tried my hardest, and I got very, very stressed. But I think I was quite mature at that age, and I had like a plan of when I wanted to revise and stuff. Am I boring? Sorry.
I just got up.
Whereas you are generally a lot more laid back than I am.
Yeah, I wasn't really bothered.
Do you regret not revising more?
No.
What results did you come out with?
I got 9 out of 10 GCSEs, and I was happy with that.
Did you fail French?
Yeah.
But that was... Sorry, my phone. I've not switched my phone on silent.
It wasn't a thing that I was like, oh, I'm not bothered.
You
like, my thing was to make sure I got my maths, English, science, travel and tourism, and I'd got them and I was happy with that.
And when you were in school, when you were 16, what did you have in mind that you wanted to do after GCSEs?
Like I wanted to go to college, so I already had kind of looked around some, and I went to sixth form like I wanted to. Did my travel and tourism course and business.
So you did.
So when I started,
did BTEC, didn't you?
Yes, because I hate exams because of the revision and stuff, and I know that with A levels I'd have actually had to revise. So for me,
it's a lot more exam based,
yeah.
Whereas you went down the more coursework route. Didn't
yeah,
you?
For me, I knew that I'd have come out better if I'd done coursework, so I did.
Whereas I did A levels, and I did. I think I've touched on this in another video which I'll link, but I did English language, German, French, and history in my first year, because at high school I loved languages. I did 3 languages for GCSE. I did German, French, and Italian. It was a language school, and I loved languages, and I didn't realise the difference. And also because where I went to college, it was a sixth form, so they kind of taught their kids. A fly is just like dropped.
It's just
dead,
like
I think.
Stood on one leg.
I know. I think it's at the end of life. So they taught their kids like more grammar and up to like a higher level, whereas at high school we just got taught to get us through our exams for languages. So the first year I failed French, didn't do very well in German, so I dropped them both and picked up an AS level for second year. So I ended up coming out with 2 A levels and 1 AS level, and my AS level that I did was travel and tourism because I did that at GCSE as well. But I got really good GCSE results. I got mostly A's and B's. I got 2 C's. I got C's in science and maths, which is no shock because I'm horrendous at maths and science. So today you finished college.
Yeah.
So when you went to college, like me, so for instance, when I went to college, I was like, I want to do German, French, and English and history because I want to go to uni, and I want to do journalism or languages. I didn't know which. And that was my like clear aim. By the end of it, it was completely different. By the end of it, I wasn't doing journalism, and I should have done, but I changed to do psychology and criminology. So when you started college, what did you have in mind that you wanted to do when you finished college?
That's hard because I always said that I was either gonna get a job as an air hostess, which is what I kind of want to do in the future, go to uni and do tourism management, or travel. And for me, like, I did apply for uni, but halfway through I was like changing my course. For me, I realised that uni just wasn't right for me. Now I've left college, there's no pressure on me to do something, but there was.
Do you feel like going to college, people are like, right, you're going to uni next? Like,
yeah, you have a lot of pressure.
Everyone thinks it's like a direct something following it.
Yeah, well, like the last question I got asked was to be signed off was, where are you going next? And they expect you to say something in education, so like an apprenticeship or uni or something like that. And I was like, no, travelling. They were like, oh, we've not got an option for that. And I was like, well, like
make an option.
That's what I'm doing
now. What is your plan for the summer and like for the immediate future? Carrying on working.
Yeah, I've been made full time at my job at the moment. I'm just going to carry on working and save, and then next year I do want to travel and see if there's any job opportunities abroad.
What I feel like, and what I have said to you countless times, because I feel like when I was at school, and I feel like a lot of families still think it now, they were like, oh, she was a goody two-shoes, like she revised, she did well in her exams. When I went to college, I didn't do anything. I never went to college.
Your attendance was worse than mine.
So Charlotte, when she started college, she was like, oh yeah, I've been to college today. And I'm like, no, you haven't. Don't lie to me, because I never went either. And I feel like you felt like I'd be annoyed or like say something to you if I knew you hadn't been or you'd not done work, whereas I was like, I cannot talk because I was just as bad. And I just feel like everyone's different, and you just got to get through it anyway, which possible. And at the end of the day, we both had terrible attendance at college. We both didn't really like it, but we both did our work on time, and we both completed it. And And when I was in college, especially where I went to sixth form, everybody was going to university. If you weren't going to university, you got looked down on. If you were doing an apprenticeship, if you were going travelling, if you were taking a year out. And I went, shouldn't have gone. And that's the main thing that I say to you now is,
I can't stop.
The main thing I say to Lottie now is that you don't need to know what you want to do with the rest of your life because you are so young. Like, look at me. Still don't really know what I'm doing in my life. And it's just, I feel like there's a lot of pressure to put on young people into the GCSE process. I don't even think about my GCSEs now. Nobody even looks at them. Yours might get looked at when you apply to uni, if you end up going to uni, or your jobs. They probably get scanned over. But it's not the be all and end all. You don't need to know what you want to do when you're 18. You're so young. Like, I still feel so young now. And like, it's only the last couple of years where I've got more like worldly and like streetwise. And I just feel like, how can you be 18 and be like, right, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
Like, I think
so scary.
I think it's just a trend in society that they expect you to follow. And you don't have to follow that. If you don't think you're suitable for uni, don't go, because you're going to end up in debt and you might do something that you don't want to do. And then, yeah, if you've got the potential to work hard, you can be successful without a degree.
Tom didn't go to uni. Tom did open uni and he didn't even finish it. He hasn't got a degree and he built up a successful business. He's now, doing what he's doing, entrepreneurial skills. Like, he's so successful and he didn't go to uni. You don't need to go to uni. I feel like it's a very archaic, like old-fashioned way of looking at it. Whereas to be a doctor, to be a teacher, obviously you need to go to uni. There's no getting around that. But don't succumb to the pressure and think you need to go if you don't want to, because there are now so many more options. Like, you could go travelling, you can work, there's apprenticeships.
I don't like apprenticeships though. Like, I know a lot of people that have done them and left them because you get paid like $2.50 an hour to do like 40 hours a week.
But you are
getting a qualification, but like, if I was to honestly say to people from like leaving school, I'd go to college and get it done.
If you think about it, that's like your like thoughts on the matter. One of my best friend's husbands did an apprenticeship straight out of school. He's now on an amazing job.
Depends what it's in, I think.
Yeah,
because in certain jobs it's not the best, but
no. But everyone's different, and you've got to do what's right for you at the end of the day.
To me, I don't honestly think that, like, I loved high school. Like, I hated college, but I absolutely loved high school because I had all my friends, and because you're there for 5 years, you develop relationships with teachers.
It's like a family, isn't it? I feel like it gives you a false sense of security, because I was like, oh, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to love it, it's going to be amazing. It's just 2 years, and then it's uni, and then it's the rest of my life, then I'm an adult. Whereas actually, you go to college, and they say the difference between the education levels. Did you even sleep last night?
Not really.
Bloody coffee. But the jump in what you actually do on the day-to-day and the support that you get and the workload and the atmosphere, for me, I just didn't enjoy it. So basically, if you're one of those people that are out there and at the moment you're not sure of what you're doing, you're not enjoying what you're doing, you're stressed with your exams, you've got no plans for the future, there's a million different people telling you to do a million different things, follow what you want to do.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world. And what you're going through now, in a couple of years' time, you won't even give it a second thought. Like, your reality now, it'll be done and dusted really, really soon. And everyone's different. You've just got to do what's right for you. Sorry if it looks like we've moved or the camera's moved. We ran out of battery.
Somebody did charge the battery.
No, it did, but these batteries are so rubbish. I said it in a video the other day. Let me know if this helped. If you want to see me do this with Tom, maybe, or if you've got any questions about uni. No, I mean like his story, because he's spoken about you. Whether it's something that you want to see Tom talk about, because I feel like just thinking about it then, his college and school, and he hated school and he loved college. So if you want a different perspective again, if you want like to ask questions so it's more direct and controlled to what you want to know about, let me know. I hope you enjoyed this.
Should I see me anymore?
Yeah, Charlotte's going to do more videos and Emma's going to do a couple. Like, I like having you around. I missed you. Okay, we're going to go. I haven't eaten all day. She was supposed to come around for breakfast. It's now nearly 3 o'clock.
It wasn't my fault.
No, I know.
I had to be waiting to be signed off.
I know. You finished
I'm
college.
done. And I can't wait to celebrate after work tonight.
And my birthday on Sunday. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I will see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.